Good morning, friends. This is Professor Shrikant Jagtap, working as assistant professor in Mechanical Engineering Department of NB Navale Singhad College of Engineering. Today, we are going to talk about merit rating. Up till now, we have learned about job evaluation, the methods of job evaluation, but there is a connection between job evaluation and merit rating. Today, we will learn about merit rating. In merit rating, the people, the managers, the workers, the supervisors, the officers, though they are working at same level, they have the different abilities, different aptitudes, and in merit rating, we should know these differences. We should know their capabilities so they can be given the task according to their capability and ability or the skill, inherent skill. Let us learn the main objectives of merit rating. The first objective, as you can see, that is to assess the work of employees. See, when we assign a job, there has to have some controlling technique, and we should know that what type of job an employee is doing. So, the first objective is to assess the work of the employees. Second is when we do the merit rating and the workers or the employees working at same level, they should be thought about the promotions, the transfers, or even the layoffs, and according to that we should know the performance of every employee. Third is we should know the good and the bad points of the employees so that they can be suggested about the improvement in bad points or the training given to them in enhancing those capabilities. The fourth is to help in wage and salary administration. See, the workers, the employees working at same level may have the different wage and salary depending upon their merit rating, and the increments or the incentives should be given to those workers who have good merit rating. The fifth point is to evaluate skill and training capabilities of employees and help them plan the suitable training schedule to other workers. See, when an engineer is employed in an organization, he is assessed whether he is suitable for marketing or HR or workshop or R&D, and accordingly he is asked to perform the work. Similarly, if he is skillful in giving the training as regards his communication, then he is asked to develop a program for training to the workers. To know the problem faced by the workers while doing the various jobs. See, when we are planning or executing the merit rating, then some workers do not show the performance on a particular machine or particular situation or a particular shift, and from that we come to know the practical difficulties a worker is facing during his work in that working hours. Secondly, it becomes very essential to segregate, to separate the efficient worker from inefficient worker, because if they are kept together, then there is a wide chance that efficient worker may become an efficient worker. When we do the merit rating, next point is the management comes to know regarding the other placements or the transfer of workers according to their capacity, their interest, their aptitude, their qualifications, and according to that they are placed in the requisite positions. When we are doing merit rating and we are following some steps, it helps supervisors to know their subordinates more closely, and when we understand our subordinates more closely, we can extract good efficiency and more productivity from the subordinates. See, job evaluation, it just evaluates the job, and the merit rating assess the worth of a person performing a job. We have learned time and motion study. In that case, a particular worker who is more skilled takes less time, and the worker who is not so skilled may take more time. So it assesses the worth of a person. Merit rating is also called as performance appraisal, where the evaluation and the control of the performance of the employee is done, and according to the wage rates paid to the employees are controlled. See, benefits of merit rating. It is useful in rewarding the person, and reward can be linked to the performance. It is very much essential to motivate the employees. So the person who is working at high rate should be rewarded. It may be monetary, it may be a trip, it may be a certificate, so that others also may feel to get that position, and accordingly the morale of every employee is increased. It helps to identify person's potential to perform the assigned jobs. See, when worker also comes to know that his appraisal is done on specific points, then he himself analyzes his own potentials and thinks about his future promotions or positions. If an employee has some lacunas, then from rating we can give him the requisite training. Sometimes instead of training, a counseling can be done to uplift his weaknesses and increase his performance for better productivity. It motivates the employees to perform better. See, requirements of sound performance appraisal system. When we are doing a performance appraisal, it should be transparent, it should be known to everybody. All the points included in the appraisal form, in the feedback form, should be known to everybody. You, as the student of Sinhagad College, do give the feedback about the faculties after a particular span on a particular points. So the criteria should be fixed and should be known to the person whose appraisal is to be taken and the person who is giving the appraisal. It should not be biased, or there should not be any ambiguity. Means if there is any ambiguity, then it may lead to minor conflicts or disagreements. The rating should be done at prefixed intervals. It should be done after fixed intervals, means when the employee is accustomed to his work. It may be 2 months, it may be 6 months, and accordingly. and it should be a basis for a sound reward system. Means if appraisal is done, the best appraised employee should get a reward so that others will be motivated. There are various methods of merit rating. First is ranking method. This is very easy but a shrewd method where the employees are ranked in an order from the best to the worst. It is applicable only when there are less number of employees. But the basic limitation is that it cannot indicate specific strength and weaknesses. We have just ranked them. Specifically, we don't know their lacunas, limitations. So, it becomes very difficult to employ this method when number of employees are more. Second is paired comparison method. In this case, the rater who is taking the performance or the merit rating, he rates the person with a remaining group of employees working with him. So, say if there are 10 workers, then amongst the 10 workers, we can evaluate every person as far as performance is concerned and give him a comparison wise position. It is also difficult to implicate when number of persons are more or the group is more. Forced choice method. In this method, the rater is given particular behavior of employee being evaluated, and those statements are defined and the rater has to tick mark only those statements. It is the most popular method used for rating for lower cadre staff. Means the points of the questionnaire is given and the rater has to just tick mark it. Next is checklist method. In this method, the series of questions or the statements are given and the rater has to say yes or no. It is very easy to compare the employees by this method. The next is a scale plan. Now, this is the widely accepted method in industries. The scales are constructed to define the various degrees of the triads. There are two scales. One is continuous and another is discontinuous. In continuous, again, there are numerical scales and description scales. In discontinuous scales, the scale, it gives the elaborate description of facts needed for rating. Now we will go to the performance appraisal. Performance appraisal is defined as systematic process in which the personality and the performance of an employee is assessed by the supervisor or a manager against a predefined standard. Example, knowledge, quality, quantity of output, leadership abilities, attitude towards work, percentage attendance, cooperation with subordinates, the judgment, versatility, health, the leaves taken, the initiatives in organizing the events. It is also known as performance rating. Sometimes it is called as performance evaluation. It is also called employee assessment, performance review, or merit rating. Performance appraisal is carried out to identify the abilities and competencies of an employee for future growth and development. It is aimed at asserting the worth of the employee to the organization. Remember, worth of an employee to the organization in which he or she works. Objectives of performance appraisal, as we have discussed earlier, to promote the employees for training and placement, development, confirmation to the employees about their job security, means if they are appointed probationary, and higher position of completion of the term, to change or to take a decision to change is the employees pay or the incentive schemes, to facilitate the communication between the superiors and subordinates. See, there should be a sound communication system between an organization for efficient running and, of course, increase of efficiency and productivity. When performance rating is done and it is declared, then obviously one is at the top and somebody is at the last. And everybody comes to know where he stands now. And in the coming years, he tries to overcome his lacunas and increase his rating, because he is motivated through promotions, transfers, change in the scale, higher positions. The data obtained from the appraisal are documented and is used for different organization purpose. See, there is a difference or the relationship of performance appraisal and job analysis. As you can see on the screen, that job analysis, it describes the work and employee who is doing a particular job. That is job analysis. It is related to the only job. Performance standards, it converts the job requirements to acceptable and non-acceptable level of performance. See, when you are giving the job, but it has to have some acceptance level and it has to have some non-acceptance level, and it depends on the performance of an employee working in that post. And the last, as we discussed, performance appraisal. It describes the strengths, weaknesses, abilities, competencies of employee in relation to the job, and accordingly the management has to give him the bonus, transfers, wage enhancement, promotions, likewise. So this was regarding merit rating. Thank you very much.